switching up from wiring. Now I'm going to go inside to the shifter. So I have an issue where this little ball shell that goes around the shifter, bearing shell. Here's the part number. You can pause it and read it if you want. If it even reads. Got this from Euro Tuning. They're usually pretty good with this kind of stuff. But what it does is it goes around the circle on the shifter, and it keeps it in place. And here, I'll show you how mine's bad. You'll be able to see it. See how I'm moving the shifter, but the shifter's actually moving inside the ball. See, it's like literally coming out, like I can pick it up. So I need to get rid of that, change that, so then I can do the shifter alignment and I don't have to worry about it again. What you need is have a little Torx ratchet. It is a T20. These screws right here, you only have to take these 2 screws out and then pull this plate off, and then it'll come out. It is a dirty job, it's got grease and stuff, but after that I'm gonna use some of the grease. You can use any kind of grease. This is just Royal Purple. It's what's laying in the shop, and this is the shifter alignment tool that you get from Diesel Geek. And what that's going to do, that goes in here and here, and it'll keep this in a specific position. I think it's like right there, and then you can go out and adjust the shifter link. So I'll show you how to do that as well. So make sure you kind of hammer these in. Should have a hammer, but I don't feel like going out there and getting one. I'll probably through saying that. Yep, that one's in a strip. Let's try this one. They're pretty long, specific screws too, so keep that in mind. I need to go probably get a T25 and an actual hammer. So, got this little ball peen hammer. These things are pretty sweet. Harbor Freight, it's like 20 bucks, you get 5 of them. Always a big fan of getting cheap tools that work well. Go right to the T25. Nope. Alright, so now it's gonna be triple squares. I'll go get a triple square and beat it in there. So this is a 6mm triple square. It's probably gonna be too big. I want to give her a whack or 2. No, that's not gonna work. So, final step, the chisel. So, what you'll do is you'll try to chisel down into the Allen or Torx, whatever it was, and as you chisel down into it and get a nice groove, then you can put an angle on it and hit it, you know, in the direction of going counterclockwise to unscrew it. It's a huge pain, but that's what you gotta do. It's definitely loose, but these are put in with Loctite, so it's not real easy to get out. But I might be able to, now since it's peened over, put my T25 back in maybe. And that might get it the rest of the way out. Right. Yep, see, rather than chiseling it for the rest of the way, since you've peened it over, now there's more material back inside, so you can have something again to bite onto. To get another screw. Here it is. Just chisel in and around, unscrew it. Easy enough. So now we're gonna take this upper plate off. Now we can just lift up. I have to get some pliers, pull it out. I think what they want you to do is to like take this the side to side selector off, and I'm not trying to do that. We got some needle nose and crappy Craftsman flathead. I'm sure between the two I can get it out. There's part of it. Pretty gross, honestly. There it is. So you also got to note the orientation going back in. You see how these have, there's an opening down at the bottom that faces down. Sweet, the new one's different. At least I noted that the pieces were facing down. So you can see these have the slots all the way down. This is actually like completely enclosed at the bottom. That's pretty annoying. Now you just gotta try to figure out why is it different. You have a big space up there. If you flip this over, it's a small space. See that? Large, small. So this looks pretty small. Flip it over, that's quite large. That looks like this would be facing down. That's large, that's pretty small. I'm gonna be confident in saying that this small edge goes up. Put some grease in there. So I lost all the footage, but in order, before you can put the ball in, you have to come out here and you twist these and lock them in place. You can see they're loose right now. There you go. So now everything's loose, but there's a nub. There's a nub right here, and you have to push the shifter down slightly. That nub will go in and lock. See, with this nub, it's down here. With that locked in place, you can't move the shifter. Back inside the car, you can see I have the bearing shell on, and it's slid on, and you can see this is the skinny part. Whereas this is the skinny part right here. So you can see this is the part that faces up. If this were flipped 180, then this would be a wide part, and that would be incorrect. So you need this little skinny slot right here. But all you do is you just make sure it's all lubed up, and you just slide it all down into position. And take the shift plate, it only goes on one way. Set it in place. Since my screws stripped out, I showed you, these are Allen head screws. These are M5 by 20. So they actually screw right in, and they're just as long as the other bolts, and there's no issue with these. It takes a 4mm. You don't want to go crazy tight on these because it will strip. There it is. Now we have to align this. That's where the this rod comes in. A lot of people just like to use like a drill bit this size, but see, it goes into here, pulls it over into here, and now it's locked in place. Out here in the engine bay now, since this is still locked, all you have to do now is unclip these, and it'll lock in place. This one, and it'll lock in place. And then down here on this, down here right there, this little black rod and you just push it out. Now you can see the rod's fully extended. Then you only have to go right back in the car. You can pull the pin. Now its shifter is perfectly aligned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then how you usually always know that your shifter is good is if you can get reverse. When you hear that loud clunk, that's it getting into reverse. It's all good now. We can go rip it.